Hi, I'm Ron Wilcox. I teach marketing at the Darden School, and I want to talk to you a little bit about a particular module we teach in the first year program. It's our marketing research module, and we teach it after students have had a substantial amount of exposure to basic computations in marketing, our kind of marketing by the numbers module, as well as another module on consumer behavior and how to bring products to the trade, a module that we kind of call sometimes balancing push and pull. But at some point in the module, we really want to dig down into something that we have taken for granted to that point in the course, and that is, where does all this information about consumers come from? It often comes from some form of marketing research, and we have found that 3 cases in particular serve our purposes for this. We really begin with very basic modeling of consumer research, and it's an Ohio Art case where Ohio Art has done advertising in one city for a particular toy and has not done advertising in another city. This introduces students to the very basic concepts of experimental design and how you can set up an experiment to test different marketing activities and whether they're effective or not effective in the marketplace. In this case, it's advertising, but students will quickly realize this design would work for a lot of different decisions a company might make. It's a great case to set that up more generically, but it's also an exciting case. It's in the toy industry, it's in the context of television advertisement, and students also gain an understanding of how difficult sometimes it is to tie a particular marketing activity to financial metrics or financial outcomes. We then move into conjoint analysis, which is a staple of a marketing research course and something we see increasingly, or we hear increasingly from our students when they come back from their summer internships. As a conjoint analysis begins to get easier and easier to implement, it's a tool that has kind of exploded in popularity. We teach that with another exciting case, the Portland Trail Blazers. So the Portland Trail Blazers, an NBA franchise, are having trouble selling season tickets, and they pay for a conjoint analysis to be done in order to figure out what season ticket packages are likely to make sense, what promotional activities might they do to increase attendance at the Rose Garden, which is their stadium, their arena in Portland. So that gets students excited both about the technique of conjoint analysis, but it really is within the context of an NBA franchise, which I find particularly useful because your international students, if they know anything about American sports, they're going to know about the NBA. So often your international students will be drawn into that particular case more so than they would other sports cases. And finally, the third case, we explore the emerging topic of customer lifetime value. It's a metric that a lot of companies that are going direct to consumers are using to answer the question, how valuable is a customer to me, and how much should I spend in order to acquire and maintain that given customer in my database and in my active marketing activity. The case that we use for that is Netflix, and most of your students will be familiar with Netflix. It's a service that allows you to pull down movies and television programs directly from your TV at home, connected through the internet. It's really a video, in many sense, a video on demand service. So we notice that spurs a lot of exciting conversation in the classroom because a lot of the students will have had experience with it and have an opinion whether it's a good service or not. But at the core of the case is really the question, once I get someone to sign up for Netflix, what's the value of the income stream that I get from that individual? And given the value of that income stream, how much promotional and other marketing activity should I engage in order to acquire this person as an active customer? Those 3 cases, while they're far from a full marketing research course that a student might take in the second year, really expose students to the basics of marketing research and get them thinking in a direction of collecting data on customers, being skeptical of that data, and how to use that data to make good managerial decisions that will come up in the other modules of the course.